Hey everybody, we're here at Villains Brewing Company in Anaheim, California. Let's go make some pour choices today. Pretty good overall little area to sit in. Oh, that's cool.
It's pretty nice.
Hey, how you doing, man? This used to be the old Modern Times location. The lemonade.
I'm trying to get the genuine flavor.
Yeah, I was not a fan of that at all. That just to cleanse the palate. So I'm here at Villains Brewing Company. This is my first time here. This is an official first time me trying any of these beers, so you'll get as an authentic response from me as possible here. What I was told to try by the staff servers here and what's being sold is what won the Great American Beer Festival lager. It's their Mexican lager. It looks like they won bronze, which is right here. They serve it with this Mexican candy. The server did say to not throw it in there immediately. You can throw it in there, but if you don't like this type of candy, you may simply just not like the beer after you throw it in there and hence ruin the beer. So you definitely want to try this first. Let me see what this got. So this is a little banana for my taste buds. I believe that most lagers shouldn't have that. It's kind of like a Bavarian type flavoring that you would find like traditionally more like in a Hefeweizen. However, nothing wrong with the beer. It tastes great. I'm going to try it with this little salsa packet that they gave us here, the Mexican candy. See what happens. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to stir this with my finger or what.
Snort it.
Or snort it. Yeah. That's its own weird flavor. I can't tell you I'm a fan. I can't tell you I'm not a fan. It's equally both parts. I think it just depends if you really like that candy flavor. I don't think I'll be finishing the rest of this beer now that I've added it. It's definitely not my cup of tea. Next beer is called Vilified. This is a collaboration with Pint House in Austin, Texas. They made this as a cold IPA. Cold IPAs typically are going to be a little bit on the safer side on your ABV. Definitely going to be under 7% usually. Right off the nose, I can tell you that this has Nelson hops in it. Nelson hop is just a very distinguishable hop. You'll know what I mean once you start drinking more of these. You need to be past stage one in drinking. This is definitely more. Actually, this is really interesting. One more taste before I give some notes on this. You know, I'm not a fan of Nelson hops really most of the time. This is done very, very well. It is mixed in with Riwaka hop, and they use the Mexican style lager's yeast, which is the first beer that we had here. They put the same exact yeast into this. I'm not sure if that's adding to it, but the fact that it's a cold IPA, it's a 6.5% IPA, it's very crushable. If it was a little bit hotter right now, I actually would probably be able to go through quite a bit of these just because it's definitely a thirst quencher. I would say definitely have this if you're at least intermediary or trying to get into that upper echelon tier to the IPAs, just because this is definitely very bitter. But it's not super bitter like a regular traditional IPA. It's like a mid-tier bitterness, but it's very, very sessionable. It's very easy drinking, very crushable. If it's hot, absolutely come and get this. This will be right up where I'm going to be drinking. That's kind of all I got to say. This is really good. Another thing to note about this beer is I've also mentioned that I'm not a big fan of Nelson hops. However, this has Nelson in it with Riwaka hops. And that's the main reason why I do not like to immediately just discourage anybody from, oh, I just don't like something. Try it. You never know. This might just simply be a different style. I'm really liking this beer. As you can see, I'm completely finishing it and killing it here. And this has Nelson in it, which if you would have told me it has Nelson hops up front, I probably would have even just stayed away from it. This is why you don't immediately disregard something. Try it even if you think you don't like it. Your palate's ever changing. That's the whole point of getting into this stuff. Getting into beer, wine, liquor, spirits, anything like that. That's the whole point. You want to try to encourage yourself to try to constantly challenge your palate and move it forward in the direction of just trying to like as many things as you can.
Rolling.
Okay.
Action.
All right. This beer is called We Will Never Financially Recover From This. Don't know the reason behind it. I asked the server. He says it's just something that the brewers come up with. It's a red ale, Irish style. Heads up, this is simply just not my cup of tea. As I've mentioned before, drink what you like. This is not what I like. I know I don't like this, but I'm never afraid to always retry something, even though I believe in my mind I'm not gonna like, I'm still gonna try it. Smells just like a red ale, like an Irish ale. And it tastes just like one. So red ales have this like, almost like chewing on bark, like a piece of wood, just nice big chunk of like redwood. And it just lingers all throughout your palate, which is just an unpleasant flavor for me. If you happen to like that red ale type beer, you like to kind of feel like you're chewing on a piece of wood, like you're a termite yourself, by all means, you might simply just like this beer. This is not my cup of tea, but there's nothing wrong with it. It's a great red ale from what I can tell. Again, I'm just not a fan of it. All right, this is Halloween Parade Fest beer, 5.5% ABV. This appears to be a Halloween beer, so this might be something that you might need to come during October to try. It's supposed to be what is known as a German lager. Similar to what I was mentioning about the Mexican lager, a lot of that Bavarian note, but this is a German style lager, so I'm expecting that. This is a knockout. This is mostly malt profile. You're gonna get a lot right here, right on the back of your throat. You're gonna get a lot of this malt grain-like flavor, and you're gonna get the Bavarian taste of banana-y flavor right up front, and then you're gonna get the malt right in the backbone. This is a great, great beer. If you like German-style lagers, if you're a beginner, this may be a little bit too aggressive, but if you're already an intermediary going into IPAs, you need to try this. This is absolutely something you should come to Villains to try.
Love it. And then since we were out of some of the drinks, I only charged for a half light on the second ones.
Oh, thanks, bro. I mean, appreciate that, man. You didn't have to do that, but thank you. Yeah, we appreciate it for sure, man. I was really actually looking forward to try the kayfabe. I used to come here for when it was modern times quite a bit.
Oh yeah, how'd you like that?
Man, it was fine.
Anytime you guys come in, ask for Jordy. First round of shots is on me, all right?
Oh shit, damn.
Yeah,
thanks,
keep it
bro.
Fresh, a little different every time.
Appreciate it, man. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, while we're on it, Pancho Pantera Stout. Too funny. If you're Mexican or Hispanic, you know who Pancho Pantera is. Little chocolate milk guy. Anyways, let's try this. When you're drinking a stout, the overall bitterness of a stout, I like very balanced stouts. I don't like them to be heavy ABV, heavy sweet, heavy anything. If they're very balanced, the more overall in the middle you are on all your categories, the better the stout will be because it's more drinkable. This is sitting at a whopping 17.5% ABV. If you're drinking 17.5%, you have to really enjoy it because I could drink 3 of these for one of these. So unless you're really gonna enjoy this, you probably wanna make sure that this is gonna just be amazing, or you just gotta be a really big stout fan. This is very decadent. It has this flavor of like caramel swirl, and it's a little bit soy saucy. It might simply be too cold as well. With stouts, you'll notice a lot of really experienced beer drinkers doing this thing, kind of like they're kind of more or less trying to warm up their beer. That's just because most stouts do not have the best impact flavor that you're looking for at the colder temperatures. You typically want them a little bit closer to room temp, however, not fully room temp. And that's why it's an ideal thing to kind of keep sipping your stout until you get to the temperature you like. And when you feel that it's opened up to its best of its ability, and start to drink it a little faster at the right temperature. And this one is that was better. It still just has that really underlying bitterness, and it carries all over through. It's a very decadent stout. Kind of interested to try the coconut version of this one. Not much more to say about this, but this is very advanced beer. Once you're drinking 17.5% ABV, you really need to be an experienced beer drinker because you're gonna get trashed. 17.5% does not go down easy. You can definitely feel the booze right on the back of your palate once it's coming down, and it's heavy. You'll get trashed from this. So be careful with your stouts when you're over 15%. You'll definitely feel it.